Hello, today in the lesson we will study another example in which we will multiply mixed numbers. And I told you that we're going to be looking at an interesting example. In previous lessons we have analyzed how two mixed numbers are multiplied, what to do when three numbers are multiplied. The algorithm of actions is the same, the only thing is that we will have three multipliers. So let's go ahead. Let's solve this example. 2.1 times 1.4 and multiply by 1.4 I've got three multipliers, three mixed numbers, but the algorithm doesn't change. So again, we have three steps to take. The only thing is we just have more numbers. So the first step is converting to an improper fraction. 2 whole 1/3 is 2 times 3 plus 1 would be 7/3. Multiply. 1 times 7 is 7 and plus 4 is 11/7. And the last fractional number is 15/11. And these three fractional numbers we need to multiply. According to the rule of multiplication, we have to multiply the numerator by the numerator, multiply by the numerator, and multiply the denominators too. Let me write it down. 7 times 11, multiply by 15, and divide by 3 times 7, and multiply by 11. And this is exactly the case I was telling you about. Guys, don't multiply these numbers. If at all possible, reduce them immediately. What am I talking about? Notice how 7 and 7, I'm reducing, which leaves 1, 1. Next, 11 and 11 are also reduced, and that leaves 1 and 1. Then 3 and 15 are also divided by 3. So there will be 1 here and there will be 5 here. And notice what we have left from the whole example. 1 times 1 and multiply by 5, and divide by 1, multiply by 1, and multiply by 1. As a result, we immediately got the correct answer, and that is 5. That is, if you have the ability to do so, then reduce. Let's look at one more example where you'll see that this algorithm is very handy for calculations. Let's consider a very long example. 1 whole, 1 second multiplied by 1 whole, and 1/3 multiplied by 1 whole, 1/4. Multiply by 1 whole, 1/5 multiplied by 1 whole, 1/6. And let's write minus 1, 2. Let's remember how to subtract fractional numbers. Okay, first step. I have to multiply these fractional numbers, and we have these fractional numbers. But don't be frightened, this is a very easy example. Why? Because when I start converting each number to an improper fraction, what do I get? So, 1 whole, 1, 2, that's 3 2s. Multiply, 1 whole, 1/3 is 4/3 multiply, 1 whole, 1/4 is 5/4 multiply. Then the next multiplier is 6/5. As you can see, we ended up with fractional numbers like this. The rule is that I have to multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. 3 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, and 7 times 7. And down in the denominator we have 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times 6. Minus 1, 2. Again, don't multiply these numbers, reduce. 3 and 3 reduces 1. 4 and 4 minus 1. 5 and 5 minus 1. 6 and 6 minus 1, leaving 7 second. I'm writing it down. 7 second minus 1 second. Let's remember how we subtract fractional numbers. In order to subtract fractional numbers, we need the denominator to be the same. So here the denominator is 2, and here, so I'm fixing it. It's denominator 2, and then I subtract the numerators. You get 7 minus 1, that would be 6, divide by 2. This fractional number can be represented as a whole number. 6 divided by 2, that's 3. These are the steps you take to multiply mixed numbers. In the next lesson, we will learn how to multiply a mixed or fractional number by a whole number. That's the end of our lesson for today. Goodbye, see you again.